So just a really quick one here. I decided to look at Chia Mining about 2 weeks ago, and we built a rig to do so. Um, the rig was built on the basis of, yeah, it might be fun to give this a go. It wasn't a cheap rig to build, and this is just my experience of the network. So when we fired this rig up, we hadn't even passed the exabyte mark, or exabit mark, which is where we are at the moment. A bit, not sure, but we hadn't passed that mark. That was just under 2 weeks ago. As you can see now, the network has grown. Well, if we say 14 times in size, compared to my fairly tiny 5 Sorry, um, the network is growing at the rate of 1 EIB a day at the moment, and with me only able to plot at a certain speed, I'm not set up to plot particularly quickly. I had to return some of my memory modules, so I was unable to set up large numbers of parallel plots. But I would say we have thrown probably about £700 into this system. My plan is to go up to 16 terabytes, or was, and there's no way in hell that I'm ever going to be able to catch up on this. I mean, our estimated time to win here, we don't even register on the network anymore. There we go. So yeah, we're not even registering on the network. We are starting to see signs of our plots passing the filter, but again, the system is not really working well enough that anyone with a small set of plots is going to be able to get anywhere. I mean, 5 terabytes of data, that's not a small amount of data, given that most people are still making do with 500 gigabyte SSDs. Out of the storage space that's in this machine, there is 16 terabytes of drive space, and there is 1.5 terabytes of SSD space. The SSDs are going to give out if I continue using them for this. It's not good for them, and given what's happening with cryptocurrency prices at the moment, I don't really feel that this is worth the investment. At the time, it did appear to be, but this is how you can get these things wrong. There are massive shortages of hard drives starting to build up in the channel, and this is the reason for it, which means that there are people somewhere that are betting the farm on this and buying vast amounts of storage space. This system was built with the intention that I can turn it to something else. This will eventually become a VMware system. You saw me do the build of this on an earlier video, and it's not exactly a slouch. We've got a reasonable CPU in here. We've got 12 threads to play with, so from the point of view of a VMware box, it's not a bad shout. As you can see, it's a Ryzen 5 3600. There is no GPU in this at all. In fact, we have actually managed to convince the motherboard to run without there even being a GPU present. There is no graphics adapter in this. This is booting straight to remote desktop. But yeah, besides being a useful machine, the original design intention, we've just got a pass on a filter there that's just gone off the bottom. The original intention was to get some money back on the system, and that's just not going to happen the way the network's growing. You can almost certainly see that the network has grown while we've been, or is growing while we're doing the video. And it's not sour apples, it's not me saying it's not worth doing, it's not for everyone, but be aware that if you're going to do anything with this and you're going to make a hit of it, you're going to need to put some serious money. I believe originally the write-up said that you stood a good chance of making your money back with about 10 terabytes of storage, and 20 would definitely get you your money back. I would argue that unless you could get to a point where you're even starting to register in there, that it's just not worth the issue. Our initial estimated time to win was 7 years. We've brought it down to 2. What I'll probably do is do some more plots over the week and see where we can get that to. But I have to say, unless we get some kind of result in XCH in the next week, then in terms of power and the money spent on the storage, it's better deployed somewhere else. So unfortunately, like a lot of the cryptocurrencies, it's being jumped on en masse by people looking to make a fast buck. This was an experiment. I didn't expect to make any massive amount of money out of it, and it looks like we're going to have to redeploy this hardware somewhere else if we want to get any use out of it. So yeah, just me being honest. You can see we've got another plot just past the filter there. But as I say, it's just me being honest and providing my feedback as someone that's put a bit of money into it. And hopefully I will save someone else spending, just that little bit of money to maybe see, well, is this worth doing it? Don't, by all means, try it, but don't go all in. Don't go throwing hundreds of pounds of hardware at this, because it's just a waste of time at the moment. Maybe something will change. We're promised that we're going to get pools at some point. That will help. But at the moment, while there are massive disk farms going around, there's no point. So, yeah. Anyway, catch you soon. Bye.